South Africa has confirmed its plans to exit the International Criminal Court. A formal notice of withdrawal from the Rome Statute has been handed over to the United Nations. It's the second African country to pull out of the ICC after Burundi. It's not clear, however, if South Africa requires parliamentary approval to do so or whether it can withdraw from international treaties by executive action. The process is likely to take a year to complete. Several countries have expressed concern that the Hague-based court is biased against African states. The ICC is the first legal body with international jurisdiction to prosecute genocide, crimes against humanity and war crimes. It launched in July 2002 and has 124 member states. To date, only African leaders have been charged by the court. South Africa maintains its withdrawal does not mean it's no longer committed to protecting human rights.
South Africa remains committed to the fight against impunity and to hold those who have committed crimes against humanity and other serious crimes accountable. Our unwavering commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights throughout Africa and elsewhere in the world is further demonstrated by our continued participation in various international and continental human rights instruments. For this reason, South Africa will work closely with the African Union and the other countries in Africa to strengthen continental bodies such as the African Court on Human and People's Rights, created to deal with such crimes and to prosecute the perpetrators, whilst at the same time continuing to participate and honor its commitments under international human rights instruments.
Let's get more now from Angela Coppola, who's live in Johannesburg. So, Angela, South Africa has initiated its withdrawal from the ICC. What reasons are they giving, or what case are they putting forward for their action?
Well, the South African government is saying that continued ICC membership hinders its peacekeeping efforts on the continent. Justice and Correctional Services Minister Masuta, as you heard, was saying that the ICC statutes contradicted South African law, which gives diplomatic immunity to visiting heads of state. This was their argument in defense of a court case brought against it after the government officials spirited away the Sudanese president last year, despite an international and outstanding arrest warrant there. So this withdrawal comes the same week as Burundi has announced it's going to be pulling out. And in an semi-related matter, the minister also says that there's going to be a repeal of an act which gives power to this Rome Statute, which will be tabled before the end of the year. It's also withdrawing its constitutional court challenge against a court ruling that it broke local laws around the al-Bashir case. So this is a very simple reason given. The fact is that it contradicts local laws, but they are, as you heard the minister say, still committed to prosecuting genocide and those crimes against humanity.
Yeah, let's talk about that statement. They are committed to prosecuting war crimes and genocide crimes, but how strong and independent is South Africa's judicial system? Is it capable of doing that?
Well, this still has to be tested. Does South Africa have the technical and legal skills to prosecute a complex case like one of these cases? That remains to be seen. The Justice Ministry says that the country's laws are capable of dealing with these types of crimes, but until there's a case, the jury's still out. There's also the question of whether South Africa has the political appetite to deal with such matters. It's likely that these types of crimes wouldn't be prosecuted in South Africa, with the country deferring to the country where the original crime took place, perhaps under the auspices of the African Union or one of those other facilities that are available. It's a complicated affair, but it does appear that South Africa is set on its course of withdrawing this instrument. Although we did hear a little while ago that the country's official opposition here is going to be appealing to the courts to have that withdrawal instrument set aside. So it's still early days, and we've got 12 months in terms of a notice period.
All right, and we shall indeed watch those developments keenly. Angela Coppola in Johannesburg, thank you.